Hello everyone, welcome back to Dezola Designs. Today I'm going to teach you this absolutely gorgeous stitch. This is the bobble stitch. I call this the bobble stitch number 1 because there are several types of bobble stitches and this is just the basic one. It's pretty beginner friendly. In my tutorials, you guys, I do go very slow, so beginners and advanced can follow along. This particular yarn that I'm using today is Red Heart Super Saver. One note is I did separate I separated the colors to get this exact color scheme. You can see right here, like it's a mess underneath the table, but just keep that in mind, okay? So if you go out and buy this yarn and you're like, oh, her colors were so like perfect, that is why. So just FYI. I am using Super Saver again, Red Heart Super Saver in Retro Stripe. I am going to use a 5.5 millimeter hook. You, of course, will use whatever yarn and whatever hook you like to use. This is your project. I'm just teaching you the stitch. Again, I will show you if you are a beginner on all of the yarn, on the little yarn information right here where it says the name, you will find on the yarn tag the weight, and you will find the manufacturer's recommended hook size. It's always on the label right here. So if you are a beginner and you are unsure, please check your label. This recommends a 5.5 millimeter hook. I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook. You can use a 5 or you can use a 6 millimeter hook. Okay, so grab your yarn, grab your hook, whatever you're using. Let's get started. I also recommend, if you are fairly new, or if you're not new and you want to use stitch markers, I will be using stitch markers to show you what stitches to stitch in. Okay, so grab those ingredients and let's get started. Okay, everyone, so we are going to start off first with our foundation chain. Go ahead and make your slip knot. Put your yarn on your hook, pull it tight a little bit, and then you are going to make your foundation chain. Your foundation chain will be in multiples of 2, okay? So multiples of 2 plus one chain, okay? So like if you're going to make a square, it'll be 21, so 20 plus the 1 chain. If you're making a top, it'll be anywhere from 40 to 80 stitches plus the 1 chain. So like 41, 81. If you're doing 46 stitches, it would be 47, etc. Okay, so it has to be multiples of 2 plus 1. So I'm going to go ahead and start my chain, and I'm going to chain to 21. So go ahead and chain your multiples of 2, then add an extra chain, and I will meet you when you are done making your foundation chain. Okay, so you can see here that I chained 21, and this is actually a really good size if you just want to make bobble squares for, let's say, a scarf or a sweater or a top. This is a really good size. So again, I chained 21. Okay, so you're going to have multiples of 2 plus the 1 at the end. Okay, so we are going to start our row 1. So row 1, we're going to put a bobble in the 4th chain from the hook. Okay, so I have my yarn needle right now, and let's count right here. Let's count the chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put 1 bobble in the 4th chain, and that is right here. How do you do a bobble? I will show you right now. You yarn over, and then you insert your hook, 1, 2, 3, in the 4th chain from the hook. Yarn over, pull through and pull up a loop, and you want to make these loose, okay? You do not want these tight at all, okay? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So you have 3 loops on your hook right now. We want a total of 7 loops on the hook. Yes, 7. Okay. You yarn over again, and it helps if you hold your yarn in place. And we are going to insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and again, pull it up a little bit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do that one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you should have 7 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And I like to hold mine like this at the bottom. You yarn over and you're going to pull through all of those loops on your hook. Just like that. Okay, take your time with this. We're going to do this all the way down the row. Okay, and then you yarn over and you pull through. That's your first bobble. Yay! And if you want, you can mark the first stitch on this side right here. So the first stitch would actually be the top of the chain right here. Okay, so right now we have 1, 2, 3 chains. Okay, here's the chain, the bobble, and then the chain in between. So now what you want to do is skip 1 on the bottom right here, and then we're going to bobble into this stitch right here. So we're going to skip 1 and then bobble in this stitch right here. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it up. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. So you should have 7 loops. Yarn over, pull through all 7. Okay, I know that's challenging, but trust me, this is all that you're going to be doing. So by the end of your project, you will be a total pro. Okay, and then you want to yarn over and pull through. Remember, make it loose. You're going to skip 1, and then in the next chain, you're going to bobble. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it up, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through all of the loops on the hook. And then yarn over and pull through. Okay, so yours should look something like this. I know, you guys, it's someone's revving their engine outside, sorry. it is, you know, for a beginner or even intermediate, it is kind of tricky a little bit. So just practice. Don't give up. You've got this. Again, you want to skip one, and then we're going to bobble in the next one. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, make it loose, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook, all in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 7. Okay, yarn over, chain. We'll do one more. Skip this stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it up, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. So we have 5 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should have 7 loops, yarn over, pull through all 7. Sometimes if you get stuck or if you've crocheted a little bit too tightly, just take your time and go through a couple at a time, just like that. And then yarn over and stitch like that. Okay, so go ahead and do that to the end of the row, however long your row is, or if you're just practicing like me, just do it to the end, however many you chained. You want to skip, bobble, skip, bobble, skip, bobble. Okay, so go ahead and do that until the last 3, say the last 3 chains, and I will meet you when you are almost done with your row. Okay, everyone, so you can see I bobbled in the 3rd to the last stitch, okay, and then we have 2 stitches. You should have 2 stitches remaining, okay. So what you're going to do is in the last stitch right here, you're going to double crochet. We're going to skip the 1 stitch like we've been doing, and we're going to double crochet in the last stitch. Just like that. So we started with the chain. This was our starting chain. Then we bobbled, skip, bobble, skip, bobble, skip. What I want you to do is count the number of bobbles that you have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bobbles. In every row that you do, you want to make sure that you have 9 bobbles. No more, no less. Okay? If you put an extra one in, or if you leave one out, your rows are not going to be even. So please just keep that in mind, okay? And you will also have the chain, and you will also have a double crochet at the end. Okay? So now what I want you to do, if you want to do this, you totally can. You don't have to. I want you to mark with your stitch markers all of the chain 1 spaces, because that is what we're going to be bobbling into the next row. So here's a chain 1 space. Here's a chain 1 space. Sorry, I should have marked that one first. Here's a chain 1 space. So it should be every other stitch. Okay. So go ahead and mark this if you guys are new, or even if you're intermediate, or if you just want a little bit of extra help, go ahead and mark the chain spaces, okay? So this is going to be a bobble chain, a bobble space right here, and the chain in between the bobbles is the chain 1 space. So mark those spaces with stitch markers if you want to, because the next row will go so much easier. So go ahead and do that. If you don't want to, it's totally fine, but I highly recommend you doing that. Just take a little bit of extra time because it will make it so much easier for you in the end. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you when you are done. Okay, so if you marked every other stitch, awesome, good for you. With me, I only marked the first 4 because I know what I'm doing, hopefully, obviously, so. Let's continue on to this row 2. So this pattern is just going to be a repeat of row 2 and row 3. Okay, this was the foundation, your base. This pattern is just going to be a repeat of row 2 and row 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And the chain 3 counts as a double crochet plus a chain 1 space. So if you want to, you can mark the 3rd chain, which I like to do because again, it shows me where I need to crochet into. Okay, so I marked my 3rd chain. I'm going to turn my work, and then if you've marked your chain 1 spaces, you already know, just go ahead and bobble into those chain 1 spaces. So here's our first chain 1 space. How do I know? Because I marked it. We're going to bobble into this first chain 1 space right here. So I'm going to take my marker out. Okay, and then here we go. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You know what? I'm so sorry. I went ahead of you. I'm so sorry. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it up, yarn over, same stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Again, you should have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 7. Okay, and pull through, make it loose. Then you're going to chain. Okay, and that's all you're going to do. It's just a repeat like the row before. You're just going to bobble and chain, bobble and chain. You're going to bobble in the chain 1 space. Insert your hook. Why do I keep doing that? Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it up, yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop. Sometimes it's messy, it's okay. You should have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and then you chain. Okay, we'll do one more together. Next, chain 1 space. Again, you're crocheting into the chain 1 spaces. So here's the top of the bobble. We are not crocheting into those. We're crocheting into the chain 1 spaces in between the bobbles. Okay. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it up, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 7, and then you chain. Okay, so yours should look something like that. It's okay if it doesn't. You're just starting. Give yourself a break, cut yourself some slack, okay? So go ahead and bobble till right here to almost the end, and I will meet you when you're almost done with your row right here on the second to the last bobble, okay? You got this. Take your time, no rush. You got this, okay? Go ahead and do it, and I will meet you when on the second to the last bobble. Okay, everyone, so yours should look something like this. What I want you to do right now is count your bobbles. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 9 on the bottom. It kind of looks weird. I know it kind of looks like you're missing one, but trust me, this is the way, like how they say in The Mandalorian. Okay, so I just finished my last bobble. I'm going to put my chain in, and then you see I have the bobble space and I have the chain 1 space. Okay, so what we're going to do is, sorry, this is the chain 1 space right here. So we did a chain 3 at the end of the last row. Okay, and remember I said to mark your second chain because the second chain counts as a double crochet, plus we're going to have the chain 1 space. So what we're going to do now is double crochet in this second chain. Okay, so we're going to leave this chain 1 space here, and we're going to double crochet in this second chain. Stitch markers work, okay? So there we go. And that closes it off just like that. Isn't that interesting? Because it looked like a huge space, but that took it up. Okay, so you see that? Awesome. So now we are going to start row 3. Okay, everyone, so this is what the pattern looks like so far. Again, get in the habit of counting your bobbles. 9, just to make sure that your project is even. Okay, that's what I always do. That's one of my little advice to you guys. So we're going to start row 3 now, and this pattern again is just a repeat of row 2 and row 3, and that's it. Okay, you guys got this. So we're going to start, we're going to chain 2, and your chain 2 counts as 1 double crochet. Turn your work. Okay, and again we are going to skip over this bobble, and we are going to bobble in the chain 1 spaces. If you guys want to pause it right here and mark your chain 1 spaces, go right ahead. If you think you got it, let's continue. So we're going to bobble in the chain 1 space, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. Okay, chain, skip the bobble, find the chain 1 space, and bobble in that chain 1 space. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, What am I doing? Yarn over. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. I got confused there for a minute. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over. You should have 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 7. Even I get confused. I get confused all the time. So one more, skip your bobble, chain 1 space. I'll go a little bit faster. Insert your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over. Okay, 7 loops, pull through all of them, and chain. Okay, so go ahead and finish this row. I will meet you again in the second to the last bobble, and we're almost done with the pattern. Super exciting. Okay, everyone, so we are almost done with this row. Let's count the bobbles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to do 1 more. So remember in row 2, we started out with a chain 3. So the chain 3 was a double crochet plus a chain 1 space. So here is the chain 1 space right here. And that is where we are going to bobble into. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, so you should have 7, yarn over, pull through all 7, chain, and then we have the top of the chain 2 space right here. How do I know? Because I marked it with a chain marker when we first did it. So all I'm going to do is take the chain marker out, and then I'm going to double crochet in that second chain. That one's kind of, there we go, like that, and then double crochet. So there you have it. That is your bobble stitch tutorial. All you do is repeat chain 2 and then chain 3, chain 2. Not chain 2. All you do is repeat row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3, row 2, row 3, as big as you want your project, as big as you're making your project. Okay, that's all you do. It does take a little bit of getting used to. I totally understand that. But once you get the hang of it, you will be going super, super fast, like always. You guys, thank you so much for watching my tutorial. If you like what I do, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. If you really like what I do, please, please, please consider becoming a member. Again, my bracelets are available in my Etsy shop. The link is down below. I really, really appreciate you all watching my videos. I hope you found this not only entertaining, but I hope you found this educational. Please, please, please leave a comment down below if you have any comments or questions. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you all are doing very well, and I hope you all are having a lovely day, and we will talk to each other in the next tutorial. Bye!